We live in a changing city. 1/3 of us are from an ethnic minority, 1 in 5 of us have a disability, and 1 in 11 are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. Yet, at the current rate of change, it will be many decades before the boards and senior managers who decide our city's future reflect that diversity. In 2014, strategic organisations in Nottingham stepped forward to take action, to develop the future leaders of Nottingham. Why is senior level diversity important? What helps individuals reach the highest levels? What skills will the future leaders of Nottingham need? We asked leading local figures what they thought.
Because of the work that we do, we are very rooted in Nottingham's communities. So the better that we understand communities, the better we reflect those communities, the better services we can provide. So it is really important for us to really have, you know, our grounding in Nottingham's diverse communities. When I left school, I was the first person in our family to go to university, and I did a degree in chemistry and ended up working on a sewage farm, which really, you know, was probably not the best career for me. So my mum said to me, why don't you go down to council, see what jobs they've got going? And I did, and there was a job going in the housing department, and the woman who interviewed me was a woman called Jenny Nicholson, and she said, well, you don't know anything about housing, but you've got the right sort of skills, and we can tell that you're the sort of person that we're going to be able to train up. And I just thought, well, it was a wonderful opportunity for me, and a really important lesson for me. Actually, sometimes it's not always about experience, it's about potential, and that's something that I've always tried to keep hold of when I've been recruiting people. And the world is changing, and people's expectations are changing as well. We've just got to think about what's life going to be like in the future. What are people's expectations, and how can we be managers for the future? And that's not replicating the things that we've done in the past. It does mean doing things differently.
The skills and competencies that the future leaders of Nottingham need are that they need to be people leaders. They need to be people orientated, listen to people, engage people, get their views and ideas. By listening to people, it helps shapes the way we manage today. Teamwork is also important, encouraging teamworking, and to be able to motivate your workforce and get them behind you is also another important factor. It is also important to recognise those who have the potential to move on, and I always believe in giving opportunities to people and encouraging them to move on, because they could be a really important part of our future. The people that helped me to get where I am today are my managers, the managers who have guided me through, coached me, mentored me, encouraged me, motivated me to think about going into management. I think it's also really important to build those skills around you, and observing other people, the way they behave is also important. So that is how I am where I am today.
I think it's really important for board and senior management to reflect the city they serve, because you can't always speak on behalf of people unless you understand where they're coming from and what their experiences are. Nottingham is a really diverse city. It's got a wide range of communities, very diverse population, including people of lots of different ages, races. Of course, there's gender, and there's LGBT communities as well. I think in order to make sure that we're reflecting their needs, senior management and board members need to reflect them. I've had lots of help to get to where I am today, but I've also taken a lot of risks with my career. So I've gone in and out between the voluntary sector and the statutory sector all my life, not necessarily staying one place very, very long. But also I've had people who've helped me on my way. I've had people who've recognised and some of my skills that I didn't recognise myself. So I've certainly had managers who've recognised my skills.
The skills and competencies that future leaders of Nottingham will need will be varied. The city, the country, the world is a rapidly changing place, so I think that one of the important things for all of us really is to be flexible. It's to be multi-skilled, it's to be able to have a whole range of abilities. I think though that there are universal things that we need to have from our leaders. One is that they need to be informed. They need to be informed of many things, and they need to be open-minded and aware of what is around them. I think they need to be enablers. I think we have to recognise that just because you're in a position at the moment doesn't mean that you will be forever there. And we need to make sure that people are skilled to be able to deal with a whole range of changing roles and responsibilities. Who or what has helped me to get where I am today is not an easy question to answer, in the sense that I have never had a career plan. I've sort of gone to places that have interested me. So I guess as we've gone along are people that I've worked with, people who have been able to show me by example, and people who've inspired me, I suppose.
So who's helped me get to where I am today? Well, I suppose it's been a long process of career development, and I suppose it's about having managers in particular that have put their trust and faith in me and given me the opportunity to develop myself. So the opportunity to go on training courses, and also I think it's about giving people the opportunity to thrive and have personal belief in people. The skills and competences that future leaders of Nottingham need, I think, will be two things really. One is to have, I suppose, a sound business acumen of whatever area they're working in, and secondly, I think it's really important that they are culturally competent. So that is to have an understanding of all the communities that work in Nottinghamshire and so on. As the leaders of tomorrow sort of look over their shoulder and hopefully they've been given a helping hand, either through positive action programmes such as this, I think they'll probably say, wow, you know, this is a different world we live in now, and it's very, very important that people have an understanding of all the communities that we serve.
I think there are a number of reasons why it's important for the board and senior management teams to reflect Nottingham City. I think first and foremost, it gives you a competitive edge in terms of if you have a diverse workforce and you have diverse leadership, you're going to understand the needs of communities. It will also give you diverse perspectives on things, which means that you'll make better decisions. In terms of productivity, I think it will enable people to feel comfortable at work, to be themselves, and people who feel themselves at work generally are more productive. So it's great for the workforce, I think it's great for customers, and I think it's just good for business. I'm very passionate about supporting people to realise their potential. I'm very passionate about Nottingham. I'm from Nottingham, so Nottingham lass, born and bred. And I think that as a city, there are so many things that we could do and do better if we were to, if we were to use the skills and abilities of all communities, I think that this city could be even better than the city that it is today. And I'm very proud of Nottingham. I think it's a fantastic place to be, to live, to work. But I think that if we had more diverse people involved in decision making and leading the city, I think that it would be an even greater city.